자시들이 대배배 드리게 넘어 다 자자가를 주고 살면 자시들이 시원이 그래서 하장 같이 보듯이야 요래 강의들이 다 잠주도만 들이 하장 자치 모임 봤더니 적당 라마 재미들이 성을 잠주도만 다 자치 머리 며칠 강우 추투적으로 잠주도만 쉬어서 로테 끼네 잠주도만 랑찬들이 적대수 우고 성들이 사족전의 지에 철무시 성을 들이 상하 왕의 평용을 성을 왕의 돈네 들이 강양량이 맡았냐 지와 드니들이 왕의 평용 오시성 왕의 평용 줄이시는 들이 타파상 태도 성을 데려티니들이 다 잡주도만 가서 사족서 들이 데려들이 잡주도만 칸 መን간데 먹고 조조야 돼 다체지들이 데려들이 잡주도만 나타되게 잡자서는 답을 가성해가 제만은 잡주도만 카트사 봐서 대항하게 수아이
Trahidele, all the Sangha who are being here and who are joining through live streaming. And then there is a very important announcement or important thing to say that is about taking refuge vow. So Lama Chimi Dorje mentioned that whoever wishes to receive refuge vow, then even it has a profound benefit, thinking about that only in an hour. And also Lord Jigten Sunggu mentioned in Buddha's single attention says that the bodhichitta is impossible to broken down, but it's only possible to forget. And also in the secret tantric empowerment, the benefit of that, it says that whoever received empowerment at least in 7 lifetimes, then one can repent the benefit of this empowerment, and then it plants the seed of liberation. So that's where I'm giving the refuge vow, and I perceive that vow is very important. And for that reasons, in the card of the refuge vow, I put the name of the Goncho, and also during this pandemic, then everybody cannot travel. So at that time, I began to give this refuge vow and made a refuge card.
Trapude carece con l'utilità uno cioccordianam gioco cioccordianam c'è più careio di tutuni c'è sabigela teni con il giudice che ormai rite go cani sole delle gatti in zamoni sono di chamira asene sono di pompe giocte giudice ormai ma c'è pare non abdilita già ci sta parlando c'è già ci sta parlando c'è solo erano te 디테일하게 다르지 자다마다 아치라 가방 초탑성 드리테지 드리자풀데지 야나만을 요구요래 야나마제 가리들다 자캅게데 생두 쳔보요래 뭐말 라두준주 라두신지게 막부 쳔보 가공 패고 공 패르테게 송홍신지는 공파 된자도 얘는 좀 님지 소리 저 잡잖아 줄마치래 고반데 제가 속자 속속게 따대라서 봐 빼려고 como 척갑잖아 지금 성공고 내 공패고를 놔두시게 들이대에다 따표들이 이제 라면을 떠고요래 라면 저는 못 제대로 따표도 짜시 버리 따르도만 앞으로 파요요 대신 줄요는 것만에 Trapu the Jago, Trapu the Canal, Nashi Thomas the Lord, so this Trapu the Tama, Janaman, the Yoki, the Matali, the Trapu Rama during the Rasayori, Naranina, Tadi Goma Japon, Mer. Just some chat song. 3 days at time to the Juma Shiva, the Jabu Mother Day, part of the Tapu the Tangare, Tapu the Janam and the Tangare, Mama Joy, Gina and the Tangare, the Lama Mabukabla, the Janam and the Tangare.
So because of the pandemic, then I was considering that probably it will stop to give refuge vow, but then through the internet, then I gave a refuge vow, and then Drupon Saran and Khenpo, they all also gave refuge vow, and then they sent the tuft of hair. They send here, and then I cut the hair when I gave a refuge vow, or whoever received refuge vow through online, and then they send their hairs or tuft of their hairs and their pictures here. Then tuft of hair I sent in the Gargun and in front of Janama. So actually, this Janama prayer well is spent 24 hours. Actually, this begins from Tinzin Punso and Chami Ragas. They started this Guhe Samaja Dripching. So then, since 1958 and 1980, between there, it stopped because of a cultural revolution. But after 1980, I fill in the blank about these missing dripchins. So I lead over 100 dripchins. And then all of this tuft over here, we sent in the Gargun, and it's always under the blessings of Janama. And then, so this Janama spent 24 hours. So one day, there came one leader from Landu Xingqing. He is a general. So then he mentioned that in the province of Congong, there has 700 monasteries, but only in Gargun who spends this prayer well 24 hours. And also Gar monastery, they protect animals. That's why he gave a gift. 500,000 yuan. So that's happened, this story there. And also this tuft of hair we sent in Gargun and put in front of this Janama. And then Guru Rinpoche also, he cut those people who take refuge from him. All of these tuft of hairs being there. So this tuft of hair is very important because your first consciousness being with this hair. Then Guru Rinpoche and I, we both gave this refuge vow. So about 40,000 people before we gave this vow to those peoples. And then so that's where recently people take refuge vow, and then they send pictures and their tuft of hairs and hair.
thank you. So, just I wanted to, clarify this yellow bag what Rinpoche holding. That is the hairs. The hairs are collected, different country when I talk the refuge. So now I offer to that hair to Rinpoche. He's very happy. If you offering any other, whatever you offering, that I think he's most happy is I offer that hair to him. So today we have refuge ceremony. Also your hair also, I'm going to offer him too. Okay? Thank you.
Yellow prayer book.
We'll begin in the Yellow Prayer Book, opening prayers, page 1.
Manam Padanyam Sentient Deva Dante Donga Danda Yurdulaname Yadaba Zoba Sancho Rinpoche Tobarsa.
All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Solan Debian Jobson, Jetaran Hunja Desha, Sancho Tone Jebata, Sancho Samba Labalan, Tedar Nevada, Debian Dola Pendondo, Sancho Sene Jig.
I take refuge in the Buddha until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhichitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all Mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Guru Rinpoche Sadhana.
Guru Rinpoche Sadhana, page 1. Page 1. Protector of the blissful land, Amitabha, Buddha of infinite light, Avalokiteshvara, venerated Padmasambhava, Noble Lady Yeshi Sogyo, Princess Pema Sao, Great Tirtan Padma Lingpa, Siddhi Selpal Zong, Gyalwan Namchak, Chokyao Punsok, Choki Drakpa, and Penshin Lundrop, Trinle Zangpo, Du Kon Drupi Pao, Tenzin Drodro, Lotrol Choki Gyao, Choki Nima, Pema Gyamtsen, Choki Gyamtsen, Maha Manju, Tenpe Zingen, and Choni Norbu. Root for O Father and your Son, I beseech you from the bottom of my heart, please dispel adversity and obstacles. Please bestow your blessings to attain common and supreme accomplishments. Having realized all wishes that accord with Dharma unobstructedly, may I seize the royal seat of the Dharmakaya, the final truth, and enter the sublime Pure Land, great bliss, without reliving a samsaric birth. Namo to the Guru who embodies all those gone to bliss, and whose nature is the triple gem. I and all beings of the six realms take refuge until we reach awakening. Having given rise to bodhichitta and accomplished the Guru for the sake of all beings, I vow to free the six realms by acts that tame all beings according to their needs.
Khenpo sentient sengo yanda doji tando jo lama yeda yeda bimedena yo lenga yesam kusansa sana sansun chibamba nyam cha de jen tor xian sha sang ha zhe la ye ye rang mian de sang ha zheng ge ge nyam man da yin dong yu nian bo sen jian dong sen go yang da do ji dun do shu.
Guru and assembly of Yidam deities, please come here and be seated on this throne of lotus, sun, and moon. I sincerely pay homage with my body, speech, and mind, and I make outer, inner, and secret offerings. I openly confess all impaired and broken vows, evil deeds, and obscurations. I rejoice in the accomplishment of secret mantra. Please turn the secret mantra Dharma wheel that matures and liberates. I pray, do not pass into nirvana, but continue to remain for the benefit of others. I dedicate the heart essence for the sake of sentient beings. May they realize the true meaning of Vajra.
Om Soba Vaishada Sarvadharma Soba Vaishada Tombangana Om Leso Rinpoche Huyan Shinja Chevenan Ahong Shova Leso Turma Dayenda Namebe Deva Chepa Jinjanaba Namken Tatanyamba.
From emptiness arises from which appears a jeweled vessel, broad and vast. Within it, Ah, and Hom merge into a pure and unimpeded torma that produces extraordinary, flawless bliss, and that fills the boundaries of space.
Om Aho, Om Aho, Om Aho, Om Garchen Rinpoche Adede Venerable Om Aho Beso Garchen Rinpoche Adede Venerable Om Aho Beso Om Garchen Rinpoche Venerable Om Aho Beso Tibet Shepa Rinchen Mala Samjalo Tibet Shepa Zonza Tambala Samjalo Tibet Shepa Kunjam Lela Samjalo Tibet Shepa Jepa Danje Dang Yongsa Jawala Samjalo.
Homage to the Tathagata, many jewels. Homage to the Tathagata, sublime form. Homage to the Tathagata, limitless body. Homage to the Tathagata, beyond all fear. Home, spirits who obstruct accomplishments inside the three roots, mandala, accept this torma offering and leave, going someplace else.
Om Sambana Sambana Hom Pe Om Gahana Gahana Om Pe Om Gahana Paya Gahana Paya Hom Pe Om Anaya Ho Banga Mayara Doya Hom Om Pe Om Ane Yana Nangato Sanjo Chovan Namkaga Gendo Chomoron Samle Sayan Avar Mavzeje Om Banzar Mahajota Raja Raja
Home, my nature is primordial innate wrath. The space-pervading gods of wrath and the hindrance-taming wrathful goddesses have set the boundaries that no one may transcend. Om Vajra Maha Kroja Raksha Brum Om.
Ramyan Om Banda Agavavo Om Banda Baden Avo Om Banda Dube Avo Om Banda Dube Avo Om Banda Aloge Avo Om Banda Genge Avo Om Banda Genge Avo Om Sarva Amarta Hong Shecha Om Maharada Dola Mandala Hong Shecha Om Maharada Dola Mandala Hong Shecha Om Dola Mandala Hong Shecha Om Mahabalai Hong Shecha Om Mahabalai Hong Shecha Om Mahabalai Hong Shecha.
Emanating mirrored forms from inside the Dharma Dhatu basic space, Lama Yidam Dakini and the oceanic host of oath-bound ones, please remember your heart pledge and send down great resplendence.
Om Guru Devata Kena Sama Jana Avisha Jana Memetom Mandola
Page 11. Home, home. In the condition where phenomena are empty and without a reference point, I cultivate compassion, love, and kindness for all sentient beings. From the causal syllable Ri arise A, Yam, Ram, Bam, Lam, and Sum, which respectfully turn into space, wind, fire, water, earth, and Mount Meru, composed of precious substances. At its center is a multicolored lotus, at the heart of which is a cross vajra with a broom at its hub, transforming into a boundless jeweled palace, replete with perfect qualities and dazzling light. In the protection sphere surrounding it, upon a multicolored lotus and the sun and moon, is a Ri, the expression of my own awareness, which transforms into the Lotus-born, white with a tinge of red and with the youthful radiance of a child. My right hand holds a vajra at the heart, while my left hand holds a skull cup filled with nectar placed in an equipoise below my navel. My crown is adorned with a lotus hat, a vulture's feather, strips of silk, and a mirror emanating rays of light. I am garbed in a brocade cloak, red silken dharma robes, and a blue gown. My ears, hands, feet, neck, and waist are all adorned with golden jewels. Sitting gracefully in vajra poise, a katvanga staff is resting on my left shoulder. Surrounding me are Guru Trotringsal's 4 classes, Guru Rinpoche's 8 manifestations, Dakas, Dakinis, warrior yins, Dharma protectors, and a host of haughty ones, all of whom are gathering like rain clouds in the sky. From the body, speech, and mind of these envisioned deities, light streams forth to invite the Guru and 3 roots from the southwestern Yaktail Isle, who then appear and merge with me. In the northwest land of Uddiyana, born in a lotus pollen heart, is the one renowned as Lotus-born, who found wondrous and supreme accomplishment, and is surrounded by a host of dakas and dakinis. Emulating you, I will devote myself to practice. Please come here and grant your blessings. Vajra Samaja. Please remain on this delightful seat at the center of this splendid, boundless palace, emanating bodies as many as there are atoms in the universe. I pay homage with devoted body, speech, and mind.
Samaya titale adebo bodhizo oenjayo shabsemeto Don't
I offer water for drinking, water for bathing the feet, flowers, incense, lamplight, fragrances, food, and music, such as that of drums and conch shells. I offer supreme Amrita composed of the 8 main components and 1,000 branches, rakta formed of causes and conditions, and an embellished torma. The Yabum union is supreme delight, the final truth, a state of innate empty bliss. Please accept this wondrous offering.
Pinza Ameda Maharada Mahabalenda Kaya Anarangaya Mahame Benza Onayen Donla Donjen Nalame Kula Sanza
Homage and praise to the Guru's form, appearing yet void, void yet appearing. Ah, homage and praise to the Guru's speech, heard yet void, void yet heard. Om, homage and praise to the Guru's mind, void yet clear, clear yet void. Praise to you who are endowed with boundless qualities and tame beings with enlightened deeds. All appearance is the Guru's form, primordially present, la. All sound is the Guru's speech, inseparably united wind and mantra, the primordial nada melody. All thoughts are the Guru's mind, originally pure in the primordial Dharmakaya. The sound of mantra echoes naturally across the cosmos of 1 billion worlds. By sending it out, it fulfills the needs of sentient beings, and when it gathers back, it merges with the space of the primordial mother. Until clarity is achieved, I will visualize and meditate. Until this practice is accomplished, I will not abandon it.
Aho. Oh yeah. I just on the Baragavi, Nimpasho, some Nimpa the Jade, the education boy, driving him, and I think, Carver Chilman, I think, same good, then I said, you cook dinner, same with the order, driving him or teacher and brought to where the driving the adjunct archibody, then the Chin E cook dinner. Same way, the old treaty when they are called your door, I just get you for your issue.
So, Dharma friends, and please continue to recite the mantra. And so now that we are chanting the mantra in this beautiful, pleasant melody, and there's a kind of a significance behind chanting it in a beautiful melody, because the mind really stays there. Even when you actually go to sleep, the mind still stays there. And that is why this beautiful sound of the mantra melody is very important. And so that is kind of the essence of the mantra garland. So?
The other in Kazandi, se nang lang sem yang di so de le du me ju tare da rin so bo jig de du le ni sa de zong yi nang ta hua dang nang de zhe se ni zhuo wa dang song da te tam je de ne ni the na da de so tama di yo le na da de so da ha guo song de ni ma san yin yu de da bo de jiao cha bang wo de li dong de ha guo de yo le de dang ma de de la sa de zong yi nang ta hua dang de ne da cha do le da de wu bo de没有我说的上面的，这个大学的大，的这个公布的，的热的没大把的哈活动上呢，是擦干的了。我呢，从没大把的上呢，生活养不着的，这大把的觉得可能讲的，中央我的老蒙啊的，让一个觉得的，南京东啊，东京南是吧的。东方就这嘛，真的他那样有的，这来个是这个我说到来个的，来的就是了，是中央的来吧过的，中央的来是吧的，说差嘛的，没这难啊，啥情都是那样有的这个呢，中央难，你最近难个有的，难样的嘞，我你多的嘛，这把东的那东的嘞，那东大把的嘞。没看过高有那蒙里的这什么的哩，这我不能去没这里，超入着到叫我，没这个人个路来说啊，可能这里就这里的，绿的这里，什么把它的什么，来路都不干啥去对的呢，没看过高有那，三个人没的哈过的，就差的哈过的。他把脚那个的逻辑的，他谁不的话个，他们谁不是有的说，他个都有的。
So yesterday we spoke about the one of the verses of the 7 chapter supplication, and we have mentioned so there is. Outer, inner, and secret aspects, and we spoke about 2 of them already. And today we come to the 3rd, but actually we're bringing all 3 into one. So let's see. To the Lotus-born, so outwardly purify appearances of their allure, inwardly freeing the mind of grasping. So if you understand those 3, so there is appearances, sounds, and awareness. If you understand then you understand the meaning of hundreds of old and new tantric texts. So, the purifying appearances of their allure is that, as we mentioned, ordinarily we see this concrete ordinary world. So we see rocks and stones or earth, people, and we hold this all to be real, really existing. But as we mentioned, these are just heaps of atoms or particles. They're all compounded phenomena, and all that is compounded is impermanent. So if you understand that, and even when you see this, look at this planet, this earth, you understand that it's just a compounded phenomenon. So it's not so substantially existing, and so your mind becomes much lighter. And so we need to transform impure perception into pure perception. And how do we transform into that? So we see the world, the earth, consisting of the 5 elements as the deity, as the female Buddhas. They are appearances, and appearances are empty. Appearing yet empty, empty yet appearing. So this, understanding this, you will see what is composed of the 5 elements as the deity. So what we call the deity is not like a living creature like we are, but the deity is and appearing yet empty. So like appearing clearly yet empty. And so the universe and beings appear, but they do not exist concretely. They are empty appearances. For example, you're looking at this room full of people. Your mind may think that, oh, these are real. There's all these people. We are separate as individuals. But when you realize, or somebody who realizes that all form is compounded phenomenon, and mind is like space. When they look at this room full of people, they do still see it and know that there are people, but they also understand that they have the same mind. So their mind doesn't freeze into this like solid ice block of the person who doesn't realize that. They know that it's just like you have hundreds of different phones, but they all are powered by the same electricity. So they understand that all is actually everyone has the same mind. That's all.
다다 마다 이제 생부들로 초화돼 하고 그래. 마다버 생 가래래. 대 다서로 초화 가래도 대 하고 그래. 그래서 상하 탐제가 쪼들라. 상하 들어가고 동승무 그래. 상하 들어가니까 무슨 직진 고와밖에 도시의 상하 들어가서 쪼왔다 그래. 들어가서 강리 용상 못 당더니 심제 약체 칼리사가 요리들이 언제 쪼와서리 동용을 말해. 가래 쪼고 요리들 들어와서 봐요. 대리들 쪼와리 삼지 쪼와대 심이 지고치 보요래. 다 참이 쪼와리. 뒤쪼와리 되게. 상하 동시 빠지면 쪼와버리 주박하까지 주박 쪼와리시. 오. 상하 들어가지. 주박 쪼와리. 동 쪼와 말해서는 지고치까지 양조래. 들이 따로 주박 쪼와는 그래. 주박 쪼와 쪼와대 중거래. 쪼와대 다세미요 그래. 다세미 다사족시 그래. 다세미 시달래. 그 약보다 살기 착세미. 차당이 되래도 이제 저기 다 되던 상하 들어가지 동하고서는 오 이제리 조각 나가서는 감이 좋은데 가세 상태 데려줘버려 데려줘버려 이리사지 딱 잡아서 되는 심지되대 딱 잡아래지 데려도 될 필요는 마치 뭐래 상하 들어가요 민삽제는 시오나 대용디서 오 상하 들어가 고트마서 봐 콩도 봐 미리 상담 시디 요양화래로 뒤초와듯이는 오 다서들 좋아요 낭타과당데 다종디 또한 동시에는 taming 뒤도 봐 미리로 니디 또 봐도 차다기가래 대외 대하고 그래.
Sorry. So there is this feeling that we have that things are pure and impure, and we need to understand that feeling where we feel something is pure and impure. So when you feel something is pure, is feeling that something is pure, what is it that makes it pure and you feel that way, and why is it that you feel what makes something that makes you feel impure, that something is impure? So you need to understand these feelings that you have regarding things as being pure or impure. So, for example, in the Vajrayana, in the secret mantra practice, we use the 5 meats and the 5 nectars as substances. And so as ordinary beings, just ordinary worldly samsaric beings, we think of these substances as something that is most disgusting. And we call them filthy, dirty. And why do we feel that they are dirty or filthy? It's because they have a pungent smell. And this feeling of this is bad, this is dirty, this is what makes the mind feel very heavy. But if you actually understand the meaning of the secret mantra, you see that it's not really filthy. It's not actually really dirty, these 5 meats and 5 nectars. So the 5 meats and 5 nectars may appear filthy, but in essence they are not. And so that is the reason why we say it is dirty is because of its smell. So maybe one still is aware of an unpleasant smell, but if you know that, okay, it smells bad, but it's not actually dirty, it actually is a sacred substance. There's nothing really impure. There's nothing really impure about it. So then when you see it this way, then the mind already at least half lighter. So you know it's still sort of smelly, but you don't fully believe that it's negative. So some of the grasping has gone away, and so you understand that this thought of filthy, that is actually aversion, a mind of aversion. And when you think that, oh, something is so nice, that's a mind of attachment. So in essence, these feelings are hope and fear, or attachment and aversion. So these 5 meats and 5 nectars actually can become a very powerful support for practice. And they are not dirty if the mind does not believe they are. And as a matter of fact, these substances are considered even medicinal, as powerful medicines. So when you see it in this way, then you will not think of them as something filthy, but you will think of them as some powerful medicine. And this is what will make your mind feel much lighter. When these dualistic thoughts that hold outer objects as filthy or pure, then becomes purified. This is how these dualistic thoughts go away. So it's important. What we need to understand is that the thoughts of this is filthy or this is not filthy and so on, these are just thoughts of attachment and aversion. That's so.
그래 서서히 요 상아들 생각이 골라서는 죽으시 못하겠대 롭장지 yap었다 다 데려대는 난 저거 세부 가야 돼난 저거 세부 똑바로 sab도 세도 주고 저부터 다 그래 오 다리에 짱말이 타만 미래 되게 용들 지에서도 타만 미래에서 다들은 저마다 매서 그래 다 세무 찾다 오 우리 다 그러고 다 마다대 다과 날이 저 다시 상한테 등하지 내가 야병비 송아 죽이시 왔다지 하고 오 또는 싸워니 요 말이 오 다음 좋아요네요 이도 저이도 뭐를 말해 대하고들 들이 인디 짬이 인디 똑바로 다 돌아오 다 세서 연나 사가 들어가지 내가 야병거람지 레지 랑을 리더가 야병비레지 조왕아들 삼봉아래 낭여몽아들 이싱아래지 매는 이싱아래 매는 유문 바래지 마매는 누바가래 마매는 좋아를 저기 차고 차로다자 저게 용 거래 매소가 치리 다과 로걸 시감 차로 그래 자투답 차로 그래 자투답을 용띠 가래 요들 자투답들 철지 알면 빠셔와 요 말이 그때 람지 요리 람지 샤고 때때 람지 랑샤랑도 라게 셈을 나와라 라게 롱도 받나기 될 롱도 그 다티 롱거 셰바 저거 셰바 그것도 셰바 다 되는 다고 살셔라 그것을 들 마다바는 코아들들이 처럼 다 그것도는요 코아도 저거다 왜 자들 우리는 코아 마다바면 독도 하고요 우리 코아도 뭐 차로다 그래지 이 세페지 고용마다 따라 차로 이 차통 되는 뉴모먼트 바티 총 뉴모먼트 바티 다른 삼자마지 다 산지 좀 되게 라그 셈네 용선들 들록되다 카카카카를 소탈 상지상 하스들이 들록 카카카가 소소소 요래지
So the outer perceived objects or grasped at objects are in nature, the 5 meats and the 5 nectars. And so all of this is explained very well in the various tantric texts. You can read about them. But then what needs to be purified, what we need to understand is that what needs to be purified is the mind that holds something as impure. Actually, all that we may label as impure, all appearance really have good qualities, are medicinal by nature, and it is all good. Everything is good and is pure. So when you see things in this way, then grasping will dissolve. And so just look at your mind, how it works, how when you see things as positive, as good, and not as filthy, then how fixations just melt away from within your mind. So the 5 meats and 5 nectars really from the tantric perspective represent the 5 Buddha families, Yap and Yum. And there are many teachings on that in the in the tantric scriptures that you can learn. And so even if those 5 meats and 5 nectars have a certain kind of smell, that they also have good qualities. They're actually pure. So seeing it in this way, dualistic thinking becomes purified. And when dualistic thinking, dualistic thoughts are purified, then the outer world or the outer appearing objects appear as the 5 meats and 5 nectars, which in essence are the 5 Buddha families, Yap and Yum. The 5 elements are the 5 mothers, the 5 female Buddhas. And then within the mind of beings, there are the 5 afflictive emotions. And in essence, that is when if the mind matures, if it ripens, then they are the 5 wisdoms. And then if they do not ripen, what happens if they do not ripen? If they do not ripen, then temporarily they become the 6 realms of samsara, and one experiences suffering. But then if this the mind ripens and purity is recognized, then everything appears as a pure land. And a pure land appears like a rainbow in the sky. And the quality of a rainbow is that it is beyond birth and death, without arising and cessation, and it naturally exists. It naturally appears. That is called the Sambhogakaya. And the Sambhogakaya is where the mind enjoys its own self-projections. So one sees the appearances as a projection of one's own mind. That is the Sambhogakaya. So and then from this pure perception appear the 3 kayas, the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. There's also many teachings on that in the Tantras. So the pure aspect of appearance are those 3 kayas. And it is said that all phenomena have the nature of the 3 kayas. There is no real, truly existent, impure samsara. It's a temporary appearance, just like temporary formed ice. But so understanding that, the mind is much lighter and not so heavy. There's less grasping at the afflictive emotions, and the mind remains pure. So the Buddha said, completely tame your own mind. There's just different approaches to taming the mind. There's different approaches according to the pratimoksha or individual liberation, bodhisattva path, and the tantric path. Lasse?
the tops of the career, Rang Jiwa Mama Sonam Latine, one word of Drink Tassum, Shep Chimney Chosum Yongu, Kazala. Then one word Rabga Sanga, one word drink a sang, one word Tama into so Sotarity, Sotar Lamdini, one word Simja Chungata, Shep Chungata, Sotar Lani, Bango, you move a Bango. Yeah, Sansin and Jadore, Sacho Sabatake, Jedola Tolleri, Rangatoma, Yigato, Kaila Jadore, Sacho Jadore, Sangaki, Absolute, Numu, absolute Alcade, Pele Shedan, Doctor Shedan, Shedan Chipo de Sharon, Shedan Timor, Pashedan, Jesu, such Shedan, all of the Shedan gave a gun with a laptop, tick down, maybe sent the city of her. Be sour daddy. Ha ha, Shedan a bay aquadox. Many said with the doctor, that day, the Monton really on daily, the Monton, she was there, bang jerseys and got some day. They have pay Yawari. So that model of got the water dogs. Sansi, really, that was a dogs. Somehow the number of dollars into the page of worry. There's a dollar, there it is. All the same cost of a child over it. Same cost of my child at the time. Don't you don't hear the bango, don't hear maybe they watch what they go somewhere. Don't hear maybe they watch what the car did. Rag same when they don't did it, I was same when they don't say, don't hear Namtori, not touching me by Chatham, they are doing your money. Penang songs of the big doctor, Mammy songs to the Machi the Monam Jaciore. They are not carry butter to my son. Gina Maga, Dona Gas, Carese. Gina, you mong tongue, pet Doctor Major easy. Oh, don't take a new party you are said or the Pershaki on Nigeria. Or telling me songs of the bay about it. Loves out the decision, Sama child over the me count over the Togo. That don't have me, but oh, don't get you something. Then the touchy, Sansu Several party took around the journal. They're so dark, bang, Sansi, Jur, somehow Shiba, oh, you monk, carry chop here, take it, said with the toilet. They look the left over it. They look currently left on. They don't have me, but they are Chibo. They took a lampata of thoughts on Logo Jate to a Nago Jaton Tower. Someone put the Chutamsi, Tapusamanagi, the Tasha there. Jatun on the Solar Jatun, but Gardu or my repeated hourly. They tell it, so there's only a non tapa, Tata Mata, but the Lara, Jurlari, some Jayakar, some not the little, but that Tapa, Tapa only the Jordan, Niji Beba child, Tatok Tower, Daji Nimatoxa Hakoson, somehow got already. Sajachi me other, Nidi me watch, Dopachi, got it up, they said the lead same Namkata, Namkar me Hakoson, the lead the game, maybe they watch you with the Takard. Rag check with the rag check with the Loctona, that the game, maybe they watch you so. There's Sajay that already. Sajay, the long same Sajay, young woman, so the wolf control song. The data will turn ordinary. That somehow don't know to the water, said, Dr. Gore. Pastor Jachis, Dana, Quaman, data the top of Johnson, the church don't do song, or don't do that. They looked up what the Conarete, the Malari person. They looked up a parana, shelter on the May song. They looked all of Sajir and Sajir, Mark Sajir, but Sajir, Kakama, how got up your head. They say, that is the little and I said,
There's these three methods of taming the mind, corresponding to three types of individuals: those with higher, those with middling, and those with lower mental capacities. And so they have different capacities based on their past merit, the merit that they bring from a previous life. And so so there is those three capacities. And so the highest is the highest capacity. For them, the teachings of the Vajrayana are suitable. then for those of the middling capacity, for them, the bodhisattva path is appropriate. And for those with lower capacities, they practice the pratimoksha or individual liberation path. People have varying degrees of mental capacity, but in essence, in each of these, each of them are actually a method to somehow get rid of the afflictive emotions, but they approach it in a different way. So, according to the bodhisattva path, for example, we transform the afflictive emotions. So let's start with the first one. So according to the pratimoksha path, beings abandon the afflictive emotions. So we avoid each and every afflictive emotion individually. Then in the bodhisattva path, one doesn't think about oneself, one thinks about others, and through just transforming one's thought, one transforms the afflictive emotions. And then in the Vajrayana, in the secret mantra, how do we practice? We take those afflictions as the path. We practice with them. So how do we practice with them? So anger, for example, is said to be the worst afflictive emotion. But when anger arises and you directly look at its nature, you will find that there is not a single thought in your mind. The anger overpowers all of these thoughts, and the mind is extremely sharp and clear when you are angry. And then when you see this clearly, you might even start laughing, and the mind just becomes completely clear because you have come to the true nature of the mind. So it's actually a method to see the true nature of the mind. Now, so in the Vajrayana, therefore, how we practice is by recognizing the afflictive emotion. We see them, and when you see the afflictive emotions, then they transform into the 5 wisdoms, So we have those 3 methods of avoiding, transforming, and knowing. So there is one particular example that I came up with, which I think is very fitting to describe those 3 methods. And that is the pratimoksha is like traveling by car, going along a road. Then the bodhisattva path is going in a train. And the Vajrayana path is traveling by airplane. And I think it's really quite similar. But so in brief, what we need to understand from this is that, in essence, we have to purify the mind of the afflictive emotions, because that is really what everyone wants. We want to be free from suffering. We pray, may I be free from suffering. We want to find happiness where there is no suffering. But where can we find it? It is only in your mind. It is when there is no thought in your mind, when there is no grasping in your mind, you transcend these feelings of happiness and suffering. For example, a normal person, when they think about birth in the 3 lower realms, they think that this is so terrible. I hope I won't go there. Please, may I not go there? And they make prayer so that not to be born there. But actually, regarding this, Tulku Rinpoche had said, I do not prefer happiness or kind of pleasures. I prefer pain or suffering. And why is that? Because when I indulge in pleasures, this only increases the 5 afflictive emotions. And if I experience pain and suffering, that purifies negative karma, negativities. It's just like doing a surgery. Or going to the hospital, basically. And so if you see it in this way, then you actually can see the 3 lower realms as a very nice place, because it's like a hospital where you go to purify all of your negative karma. And then when you see it in this way, you will also suffer less when thinking about it. And so also, when we practice the bodhisattva path, where we transform the afflictive emotions, we mainly follow the path of practicing the 6 paramitas. So in the individual liberation, we avoid the afflictive emotions. In the bodhisattva path, we transform them, and in the vajrayana path, we understand them. And we come directly to the nature of the mind. And when you come directly to see the nature of your mind, suffering goes away and you experience great joy, great bliss. That is when you see that the mind is like space. When you see the space like mind, you see the Dharmakaya. And from that appears the rainbow like Sambhogakaya. And then all of samsara and nirvana, all phenomena, all begins to appear as a pure land. When all fixation or grasping to various appearances become purified, various appearances are seen as the deity, the environment as the boundless palace of the deity. So first the impure becomes purified in this way, and then the pure must also become empty. You must see the empty nature of the pure. And so therefore we need to transcend pure and impure, all dualistic thought. That is the ultimate view. So when you see the ultimate view, you can understand everything, you know everything. And according to the essential instructions of Mahamudra, this is referred to as the non-dual view, or a state of not grasping at duality. And according to Dzogchen, it is referred to as the primordial purity. But what we need to understand is that mind is like space, which is beyond birth and death. And seeing this nature transcends suffering, and you experience great joy that is without any suffering. There is this quote by Chamgun Pongchu Rinpoche, and he said, I have not, my own mind is the Buddha, but I have never realized this. So in brief, according to the Vajrayana, we must know how to bring it all into one. The Vajrayana brings all into one, into the mind. So you should learn and study more about it. There is much more to be understood about that. But all of these different teachings are only for the purpose of just realizing the nature of the mind. And then also Milarepa had said, aside from realizing the nature of the mind, there is no other perfection of wisdom than that. When you understand that, you can see that me, the Buddha, and myself, we are actually not separate. So for today, we stop. For now, we stop here. Tashidelek. So. Tashidele Rinpoche.
Thank you, Michael.
Ahum Beda Guru Bema Sedeho Ahum Beda Guru Bema Sedeho Ahum Beda Guru Bema Sedeho.
Hello. Hi. Kashidale again. I forget good afternoon or good morning. Still morning, yeah? Good morning again. So, no, this section, I think, I also want to request to Rinpoche. So, I want to request specific something today, okay? So, long time ago, I read this story. It's a very beautiful story. So then, that story, Tulku Yeshi Rinpoche knows very, very detailed, very clear. So then, that story is very, I think, related to our, practice of Padmasambhava too. So that's why I want to request to share that story. How about that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Which story? Story is Khenpo Chimirinzeng or Tsuwanrinzeng? Khenpo Tsuwanrinzeng. So he's become rainbow body. So that story, I'll request to go into. We all okay? You want to hear that story? Yes. Okay, so then we all request to Rinpoche share that story. Thank you.
Trashidele, everyone. Thank you very much, Rinpoche. Gave me the chance to share very beautiful story. Rinpoche already knows, but he just gave me the chance to share because this rainbow body master was my mother's master. Before, I think around the 1950s, early 1950s. And the Khenpo was born in Kham area, we call Mewa. And then early 30s, around the early 30s, some of the Buddhist Nyingma teachers went to Kham area, especially the Dzogchen monastery in Kham, and request and invited this Khenpo, Nyama Khenpo, Kenshin Tsewang Rinzhen, very famous, realized Khenpo, and very learned Khenpo, invite to very near, my birthplace and built a Nyama monastery. Before Khenpo came to my place, he was studied and meditated at the Dzogchen monastery, where the Patrul Rinpoche meditated and studied and gave teachings too. Especially when he practiced Dzogchen the whole daytime and then many hours nighttime. Especially winters, when he meditated Dzogchen, he meditated on the ice because then he can wake up. So on the ice, many months, many years, many times he meditated on the ice. Because in Tibet, in the winter, the whole water frozen, yeah? You can see, meditate on. And then I think he kidney failure, feel something, so he couldn't walk much. But inside, he realized the rainbow body. Many times, his attendants, there's no, when they try to help the belt, when they try to make knot, there's no body, totally empty. And then he doesn't have any shadow. When he go outside, there's no shadow. That man is who someone realized. So, rainbow body. So you can check yourself, okay? Shadow or not.
So in the dream is a rainbow body or no dream? Dream, we maybe don't have a shadow, right, in the dream?
Yeah, dream is a little bit easy, yeah. Maybe we have double shadows in your dream. Be careful, okay? Or no dream or double shadows. Yes. So he had the vision of Guru Rinpoche 3 times. Not through the meditation or sleep, just person to person. Guru Rinpoche. So then he came to the birthplace and built the Nyoma monastery. And very, very how to say, the monks, nuns, they take care of the vows, the bodhichitta vows, and amazingly, any monks, nuns, his monastery, they couldn't eat dinner, only breakfast and lunch. If the monk, the gekui, some of you know gekui, here we call monk police, okay? Even monk police saw, roof your house, if there's smoke afternoons, you got, fine or punishment, something. Very strict monastery. And then that happened, remember, the civil war in China, 1958, in Amdo and Khmer area. And then many the monks, nuns, yogis, lay people, they run to, there's a jungle in my birthplace, very thick jungle, trees, forest. And then they went, because they thought the Chinese, the how to call, the aircraft, they cannot see, they couldn't see them because very thick, forest. My mother told me, I don't know how to say it, huge bombs. And she told me the size of bomb is like the Tibetan nomads, the pot or for the milk, huge, explode, and then they surrounded the armies, red armies, then they shoot the machine guns. They kill everyone, doesn't matter, elder and younger or mother or kids, doesn't matter. They kill one day around 5,000 people. In a few hours, she said, she almost dies. She told me someone that would falling down here, here, like a blitz, like flus, terrible. I never forget it. And then only a couple thousand left. Finally, all of them catch, and my mother and her groups took the district called Mangra district, and the Garchen Rinpoche and others took another district. And a few months they keep Khenpo and the masters in the person. And then one day they organize thousands of people gathering, and then they built a stage that time, and then the masters bring them on the stage, and then they punish, okay? Physically, many hundreds, they physically, hate and punish, beat to death. So that day they want to Khenpo, kill this Garchen Rinpoche by the, so Khenpo couldn't walk. So they put it on Tibetan yak and then tied, and the 4 Chinese soldiers and 2 Tibetan soldiers. They took Khenpo to that area. I think it takes around 1.5 hours or maybe 2 hours from the person to that place. And it's middle of the day. So when they, start to, leave, maybe after half hour or 40 minutes, Khenpo, told them, I'm thirsty. And then they gave him some tea. After the tea, they said, Khenpo just looked like a meditate. And then they recite the mantra, Guru Rinpoche mantra. And suddenly a storm, very storm, heavy storm happened around them, only around them, very strong and heavy. And they couldn't open their eyes. And they just covered their, heads, eyes, closed eyes, and cover, the head by the clothes, maybe 5 minutes, because too strong. And they suddenly just disappeared. And then when they look at the Khenpo, there's no Khenpo. He couldn't walk. But they think, he ran away somewhere. But they say the land is totally flat. He couldn't hide anywhere. And then they heard the Khenpo's voice. Recite the mantra, Guru Rinpoche, where's the Khenpo? Then they heard above. They look at Khenpo flat, float, meditate in the position and recite mantra, and then it may be hundreds feet somewhere. Then they shoot gun, of course. Kill him. No, they couldn't. Just slowly. Finally, they couldn't see the Khenpo just disappear into the sky. That's happened. 1960, early 1960. Yep, that's happened, Khenchen Sewang. If you go to Google, Khenchen Sewang, Rainbow Body, Khenchen Sewang Rinpoche. His last photo. Amazing one. Later, the Seta Larunga, there's a famous, the Tab Khenpo, Khenchen Sutumlodu. He came to my place and interviewed those people who was there, and he interviewed those Tibetan armies, interviews others who was there. Especially that day, there's another Tibetan young boy, was 13. He was that day was a shepherd, and he was looking after his sheep, very close where the Khenpo, they took Khenpo. And there's small hill under the monastery area, okay? They took Khenpo above, down there. And he said, first he saw they took the Khenpo, and then he couldn't see because the road is just above there, and then down there. And then suddenly he says, he saw a Lama in the space. What is it? What happened here? He just look at, and the Lama is just look like not really walking, but meditating and then floating, higher and higher. He never saw like this. He says, I was 13, my eyes are very sharp. I just look at, is this real or not? Is it real? Slowly, the Khenpo is higher and higher. Finally, he says, Tibetans, the between the white clouds, black cloud, just disappear to the sky. That's happened this Khenchen Sewang. If you practice Dharma properly, it's happened, okay? And another, the master, the main student of the second Dunjum, Jigte Yeshi Dorji. Some of you heard Dunjum Rinpoche, second Dunjum, Jigte Yeshi Dorji. His student from also Kham area. Many Khambas, all of the venerables, Khambas, okay? Khambas, if they like you, they can spend their life for you. You understand? If they hate you, they can kill you. If they like Dharma, you understand? Until enlightened, they never give up. They do. They're very straight. Their mind very, hard to say, unchangeable. I can say unchangeable, okay? Whatever is good way or bad way. So be careful. Practice properly, okay? Be patient. So the master also practiced Dzogchen and maybe Mahamudra one. Finally, this happened in 1997. You can see recently, yeah? Before he passed away, he has a couple monks, nuns, attendants, like exactly Garchen Rinpoche. And he has a very small retreat center. I think before he passed away, before 1 week, many local people saw from the space, there's a white rainbow appears to the four corners of his retreat center. The straight rainbow, okay. And then after 1 week, he wasn't sick, very healthy. And then one morning he says, okay, now I'm leaving. After lunch or dinner, he just lay down, recite Om Mani Padme Hum. Just Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme, pass away. And then his attendant, couple the monks, ask another Nyingma master called 야친 가 적담니 때 소유다고. Khenpo Achu, another Khenpo Achi. What we can do? Khenpo Achi said, okay, don't touch, don't move his body for 7 days. And then traditionally after Buddhist monk or nuns, they pass away, they cover their body by their, the yellow robes, entire body. Second morning when they look, his body look like become smaller, much smaller. Okay, maybe this is common, dead body is common. And the second day, much shorter and smaller. Maybe it's common. Third day, almost like half bodies, like become body size, become like half. Really? How come? This much very tall Khenpo man, with the bones are very long and the big bones, but become much shorter. And then like fourth day, fifth day, finally the last day they say the body become like this. Something like that. They didn't like open, but looks like, okay, this much. And then after 7 days, look, there's a nothing. The yellow robe totally flat. Totally flat. Like when I cover like this, you can see, there's nothing, yeah? Exactly something like that. And after 7 days, when they open the yellow robe, look at nothing. Totally transfer into the rainbow body. So some rainbow body, like they took the whole body, okay? Sometimes they just travel or like whatever, we could travel or live with the body. We're with the body. Sometimes publicly, sometimes not public. I think at Achichuchidoma, yesterday when I read the Achichuchidoma, in her end of life, Achichuchidoma or Somajic Labdun over there in Khenpo Yeshi, they left with their body, okay, like human. They floating in their despair. Those Dakinis and Mahamudra practitioners and the Dzogpa Chimbo practitioners end their life, then they show some, the signs of their realizations. If you want to do like that way, practice very hard. Don't be lazy. I'm very straight, okay? I say, you are lazy, you are busy. Most of us think, oh, I'm busy. No, that's the excuse. You're lazy. Really, you're lazy. In Tibetan, the dictionary, the explain of the lazy, especially Dharma dictionary, lazy means who don't want to practice Dharma. That would be called lazy. You understand? But you so work harder, for the make samsara. You understand? Maybe you making money. Maybe you looking for someone, call, go to what called Kitchup. What is it? There's the social media for looking for partners, friend. What is it called? Dating, the dating things. Yes. Doesn't matter. Someone you marry, still you looking for someone, I know. Yes. You say, oh, I'm following Guru Rinpoche. He has a 2 counselor, that. Yes, many times I heard. Many of the yogis, they do it. Whatever. So, practice Dharma is the most important. Remember yesterday I mentioned, you don't need to regret. Oh, I don't do this. I didn't finish this. The samsaric things, you have millions next lifetimes. Really, already we done this in the past life. That's why I told people the samsaric, the relationships, the business things. Look like you watch an old movie 1,000 times again. Yes, or you read an old story 1,000 times. It's totally boring. Really, it's totally boring. What we never have, we never had to say, we never do or we never done is the Dharma practice. Once a million lifetimes. Once. This is the most important. Okay. Of course, we need money, we need shelter, job, cars, friend, family. Yes, I totally agree. But they are not that much important. The Dharma is above all of them. Remember, then you can become good practitioner, okay? If you put the Dharma is just bottom there, you understand? Like a coffee, okay? A Starbucks coffee. It's okay. I can buy coffee today. If I don't have coffee, it's okay, totally okay. No, you cannot put a Dharma in that position, okay? Dharma is your, what you drink every morning, maybe tea. Dharma is your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not coffee, okay? We need Dharma every single day, at least 2 times. If possible, 3 times. Coffee, maybe once, you understand? Even once a week, still okay. Yep, this samsara, we have to know the different values, Dharma and samsara, which is more valuable, the Dharma life. You can see, we gather here 3 days, so fast, yeah, very fast. Tomorrow, I think, most of we leave. You can see. Maybe, some of you never come back. Maybe some of you, I'm sure, coming back. Because everything's impermanent. We have wish we're coming back here each year. Of course, yes. But it's happened for some of us. It's never happened some of us. Okay. So these 3 days, unbelievably blissful. Very, very. So Garchen Rinpoche, he want to, come back this afternoon. Such, blessings or such a good opportunity. This story, there's more stories from the Rinpoche. He wrote the ACCUMULATION stories. This morning, Rinpoche showed me the contents in the book. What's the contents? Yeah, contents box or whatever. It's beautiful, very, very beautiful. Yeah, there's 3 chapters, and within 3 chapters, there's an interview or collect different stories from different people, and some of them tell Rinpoche 3 different stories. He says, okay, first story of Achi, second story, then last stories. Achi and Magic Labdon, Yishi Tsogil, Taras, just one, different form, but one, totally one. Totally one. When I read the Achi story and when I read the Magic Labdon story, it's almost same. And secondly, some of you know Sarah Kando. Have you heard of Sarah Kando? Yes, the Tibetan lady was born in Lhasa, and she made first Dunjum Chantong Lingpa's older son. The pilgrimage to Lhasa, and they met, and then she followed the master, from Lhasa to Golok, where I came from, and then she received teachings and meditated. She became very famous Dakini, like Ndrakung Achi. Those must believe Sarah Kando emanation of Yishi Tsogil Magic Labdon. That means she's the emanation of Ndrakung Achi. Some these protectors, their stories is amazingly not only beautiful, very powerful, very powerful. These stories show us how to practice Dharma properly. It's very important. It doesn't matter when you realize that you become Bodhisattva or Dharma protector, or so totally this doesn't matter. If someone looking for a good job, if someone pay you, very good, you become police officer or really a secretary or a teacher, it doesn't matter, you can see because they pay well you. If you realize, if you become Bodhisattva, there's benefit, yes, you can become a Dharma protector in this Garchen center. Some of you want to become Dharma protector, yes, next life, you can become a Dharma protector here. Because Dharma is precious. There are a lot of obstacles. Lots of obstacles. Inner, outer, secret. So that's this Achi Dharma she like had to say, dedicate her next life become Dharma protector. And I think this is enough story. Yeah, I don't know. There's a really connection between Kanchen Tsewargunzen or Achichuju Duma, but both of them like realized the rainbow body realizations. Very beautiful stories. Oh, if you have some question about this thing. So. Yeah, so yeah.
So no, Khenpo Tenzin, we request to him to share, about Chimi Dorje. Top Chimi Dorje is Garchen Rinpoche's Ru Guru, and when he was a young boy, and I'm sure he heard many times the stories. So he always in here in GBI. So we request to him share that story. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I'm quite not sure how I'm going to start, but thank you for having me this golden opportunity, and I respect to all of you venerables and all the Dhamma friends who listening this story. So I try to share this briefly. Garchen Rinpoche is the root guru of his Eminence Garchen Rinpoche, Garchen Rinpoche, and he is he was student of his Eminence Garchen Rinpoche's previous life, Garchen Rinpoche. And then what I heard about Garchen Rinpoche is that actually he was ordinary a monk, and then he practiced Dharma purely, and then there is a footprint of Garchen Rinpoche. This footprint is still in Gar Monastery. So one day he was doing retreat, and then normally Garchen Rinpoche love him and take care of him. But one day he was in his retreat hut, and then Garchen Rinpoche was outside of this retreat hut, but he scolded to Garchen Rinpoche, and he was mentioning many faults or mistake of Garchen Rinpoche, and then he was little confused. What is that, and what happened? Something like that, and then. But he looked towards Garchen Rinpoche through yard, and then he see only head of Garchen Rinpoche. So Garchen Rinpoche just wandering around there and just scold to him. And then he just, after a little while, he come back from his hut again in the yard. And then there was a stone, and he stand up on this stone and look at the Garchen Rinpoche, and immediately he feels that he was stand up on the mud or butter. He felt something on his foot, and then look at that stone, and then there was footprint. So then he immediately jumped from this stone and tried to turn off this stone because he was afraid of the Garchen Rinpoche. But he could not do that. But then another his friends, they saw that he tried to turn off that stone. So that's he left a footprint on that stone, and then His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche told us a few years ago, some Japanese scientists came to Gargun and then Gar Monastery, and they researched about that footprint, and that exactly the human's footprint. It's nobody curve on the stone, so that is the proof. And then Jimmy Dorji also another time he went to there is a holy place called Bumzong, and he always lead Manadupjins and so forth in the public. And then Gar he set up altar room, and then they did not discuss each other, but then Gar Jimmy Dorji he built a statue, and then the Gar he set up the altar room. Exactly, he brought that statue and altar room. That is a very kind of every measurement and everything is very suitable. Exactly that. Otherwise, they did not discuss each other's. And then there is another story. Is in the Amdo is Tulku Yeshi Rinpoche's birthplace area. There was one Ndugong monastery. So there was one Lama. He built a new building, and he invited Jimmy Dorji for many times. And then Jimmy Dorji also agreed to visit there to blessing and consecrate everything there. So, and then, but some case he could not, at the right time to go there, he could not go there. So then he just sent a message. At that time there was no telephone and so forth, but there are messengers. So he sent one person. In this exactly the moment to bless that temple, then he says, I will recite some prayers and I will bless from this place. Actually, at that time he was there one monastery called Drupjugun, it's Ndogongkaju monastery. He was there, and then he asked, he told to his attendants, bring some the barleys with different colors. That is how we call ramne. So it's we use that for blessing some places and temples, new temple and so forth, new house and so forth. And then he threw that he recited some prayers, and he threw that barleys with different colors. And exactly at that moment, the Amdo, the Angolo, where the new temple, everybody saw same color of these barleys. So these are the miracle powers. Miracle of power of Garchen Jimmy Dorji, and there are many stories. I think that right now we don't have so many time, so it's better to stop here. And also he very often recite money. He chant money with the melodies. So sometimes he chant money from far away, for example, from here to Prescott. Maybe if he chanting from Prescott, and some students can hear his voice from here, something like that. So there are really amazing stories. But actually, what we have to know to hear about these wonderful venerables' life stories. usually we call in Dharma words the namtar. Namtar means there we learn or we hear or we pay attention these stories, and then through this way it's liberate us. It opens our faith. So that's a way the future. If you can pay attention, many life stories of these wonderful practitioners. These are the really profound teachings. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want to read a little bit more the Garchen Rinpoche stories, Susu, when she wrote, Garchen Rinpoche's biography, she collected those Garchen Rinpoche stories, and she put it on from begin the pages of the Garchen Rinpoche's the biography, the first volume, English, yep, also Vietnamese. There's the stories very beautifully there. Okay, the first volume, Garchen Rinpoche biography, is there. It's amazingly beautiful. I remember when the Rinpoche. I think the same what Rinpoche he shared. Yeah. Thank you.
Om Bedang Guru Pema Sede 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 Bedang Guru Pema Sede Om
Home, I invite the assembly of wisdom deities. I make outer, inner, and secret offerings. I praise your body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities. I confess all unmindfulness, transgressions, confusions, and impaired and broken vows. Please think of me with compassionate love and grant accomplishments.
57.
Page 57 in the Guru Rinpoche text. From the life force home at the heart of myself, visualized as the deity radiates light, invoking the enlightened mind of the Guru, knowledge holders, and three roots. They all appear like billowing clouds and bestow blessings, empowerment, and siddhis, and perform enlightened deeds. Page 58. Home, all you ocean of Buddhas come from the naturally pure mandala of 1 billion universes in the 10 directions and shower down blessings on this excellent place. From the holy site of Mount Potala in the eastern noble place of Udayana, southwest of Bodh Gaya, great compassionate one, Chenrizig, Soul Father of all victors, Lord of the mandala and your retinue, shower down blessings on this excellent place and bestow empowerment on us, supreme practitioners. From the Horuko's 10 abodes and the 8 great charnel grounds in the holy place of the spontaneously accomplished Akanisha, deities, Vajradharas, and oath-bound ones, with your body, speech, mind, qualities, and deeds, shower down great blessings on this mandala. Bestow empowerment on us supreme practitioners. Peaceful ones are masses of light shining. Wrathful ones make thunderous sounds of hum. Swirls of Vijara blessings spreading. Dakinis dancing, swaying. The weapons of the Dharmapalas swaying. All make thunderous sounds of mantra, from the right male deities amassing, from the left female ones spreading. Many sounds of cymbals jingling, many ornaments are clanging, pate and pem, resounding thunderous. Three roots, deities assembly, do not waver from your earlier pledge. Victors, may your blessings not be small. Dakinis, do not waver from your siddhis. Oath-bound ones, may your power not be weak. Filled with yearning, I invoke your pledge, and the like. Please reveal auspicious signs and omens, and bestow accomplishments of body, speech, and mind.
Sammaya ho, sammaya da, avishaya Take lunch.
We'll take lunch break now, and I think Elizabeth has some announcements.
I'll be up in a minute. So this is a message for both those people who are online and here in the temple. This is a mantra accumulation retreat, and if you could please put your mantras into either the online link place where we have it or in the basket here by 3:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That would be great, because then we can share those numbers with Rinpoche at the end, which will be 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. For those of you who are online, go to garchen.net. On our homepage, you'll see a link for mantra accumulations, and just find the Guru Rinpoche mantra accumulation and put your numbers in there for us today. Thank you so much.